咁我可以請大家咧去附近嘅位可以坐低先，因為我非常之開心咧，我邀請到阿 Shane 有一個特別嘅聖誕健康專題講座，我哋俾個熱烈掌聲阿 Shane 好唔好？我支咪俾阿 Shane 先，正式開始。
First of all, good morning everyone. 首先同大家講聲早晨先啦 ，and Merry Christmas， 聖誕快樂。I am Shane， 我係 Shane 啦。So today I have brought you a special edition of Xeno Basics。今日咧我就為大家帶嚟呢個特別版嘅聖誕情節。So today I'll be talking about how to safeguard your health against infection。今日咧我會同大家分享下咧點樣咧係通過一啲營養嘅策略嚟對抗感染啦，守護你嘅健康嘅。Here's a little rundown of what I'm going to talk about today. We will take a journey through infection. We'll talk about how you get infected and how nutritional strategies can help you in different phases of infection and how it can affect the severity of symptoms and how likely somebody will die. 咁今日咧呢個就係我要講嘅流程啦。咁咧，我哋就會一齊去走一個旅程，就係一個感染嘅旅程，就會由一開始感染啦，去到睇下症狀幾嚴重啦，跟住去康復嘅路程啦，同埋最尾就睇一個人如果感染之後咧，佢有幾大機會會死亡。Okay, so first of all, when we talk about infection, the first thing you need to know is your level of vitamin D. Among many other functions, vitamin D has many functions, but one very important function is it can increase the production of antimicrobials in our bodies. 咁首先我哋講嘅感染嘅話咧，第一個好重要要知道嘅咧就係維他命 D 嘅水平啦。咁維他命 D 其實有好多唔同嘅功能嘅，我哋都知道㗎。咁其中一個好重要嘅功能咧就係佢可以增加我哋身體呢個抗菌肽嘅分泌。So these antimicrobials are secreted in many cells, including your skin cells, your bronchial cells, your genital cells. And the significance of this is these cells are in direct contact with the outside world. 咁我哋頭先講咗啦，會分泌呢啲咁嘅抗菌肽啦，咁佢會響皮膚細胞啦、支氣管細胞啦、泌尿生殖細胞啦。咁有啲咩重要性咧？就係因為呢一啲細胞咧係直接同外界接觸嘅 ，which means these antimicrobials in these cells are a first line of defense if you want to protect yourself against infection。即係話呢一啲細胞啦，同埋呢一啲抗菌肽啦，其實係我哋第一道防線嚟嘅。如果你想去預防感染嘅話。So like I said, we need to look at the level of vitamin D in our body. According to this study, 41% of COVID patients actually are deficient in vitamin D, and 42% of them are have insufficient level. And if their level is deficient, they're actually 3.3 times more likely to be infected with COVID。咁根據呢個研究啦，我哋見到啦，原來新冠肺炎嘅病人咧，佢哋普遍嘅維他命 D 水平都係不足嘅。咁就係其中41%啦，佢哋係嚴重缺乏維他命 D， 跟住啦有42%啦，佢哋係不足嘅。而若果佢哋嘅水平維他命 D 水平啦係缺乏嘅話咧，佢哋會比平常人咧係高3.3倍患呢個新冠肺炎嘅。So now we know that not all COVID patients have serious conditions. Actually, 81% of them only had mild symptoms. 咁我哋而家知道啦，唔係所有嘅新冠肺炎嘅病人都有好嚴重嘅症狀嘅。其中咧，其實有81%嘅人咧，佢哋真係有輕微症狀。But then 14% of them have severe conditions, and 5% of them are in a critical condition, meaning they have organ failure. 咁咧，其中有14%嘅人啦，佢哋有好嚴重嘅症狀啦，而其中5%嘅人咧，甚至係病危，即係話佢哋有器官衰竭嘅問題。And on average, their vitamin D level is very low. It's just 20.3 units, which is barely the insufficient level。咁我哋見到咧，其實平均咧就係全部嘅呢個新冠肺炎嘅病人啦，佢哋嘅維他命 D 水平都係好低㗎。咁佢哋平均咧只係得啱啱超過20，其實20以下咧就所謂缺乏㗎啦。And if their level is very low, then the chances of them developing severe COVID are 5.1 times higher。咁若果佢哋個維他命 D 水平好低嘅話咧，佢哋患有嚴重呢個新冠肺炎嘅風險啦，係高出咗5.1倍嘅。Okay, so now we know the level of vitamin D is very important, and we know that if your level is low, it could greatly affect the disease outcome and also your mortality rate. Then what can we do to increase vitamin D? 咁我哋而家知道啦，維他命 D 水平好重要啦，跟住我哋亦都知道啦，若果不足嘅話咧，係會令到你即係感染嘅風險就高咗啦，跟住仲有就係嗰個病情都會更加嚴重啦。咁我哋究竟有啲咩辦法可以提升我哋嘅維他命 D 咧 ？The most natural way, of course, is to get more sunshine. 最直接嘅方法當然就係去曬太陽啦。咁你曬多啲太陽，你自然身體就會製造維他命 D。But then a lot of people work indoors or they stay indoors most of the time, so they don't have enough exposure to sunlight。咁但係大部分人咧，佢哋都係喺室內工作啦，咁所以其實好多人咧都係唔足夠曬太陽，咁所以自然咧佢哋維他命 D 水平都唔夠嘅。Well then the next natural way is to take supplements。咁另外第二個就比較最直接嘅方法咧，就係去食營養補充品啦。So this study here looked at some COVID-19 patients in Spain and咁呢一個研究啦，就睇到啦呢個新冠肺炎嘅一啲病人啦。So the scientists divided them into two groups。咁科學家咧將佢哋分開咗兩組啦。One group took supplement of vitamin D， 其中一組咧就有補充維他命 D 啦 ，and another did not。And they found that the group that took supplement vitamin D on top of their standard care were less likely to be admitted to ICU。咁佢哋發現咧，若果佢哋同一時間即係有標準嘅治療之外，再補充維他命 D 嘅話咧，佢哋係進入佢哋需要深切治療嘅機會咧係低好多嘅。In fact, only 2% of them needed ICU. If they took vitamin D, whereas half of those who did not take vitamin D needed ICU。咁咧，其實咧就係我哋見到啦，只係得2%嘅人咧，如果佢哋有補充維他命 D 嘅話咧，只係得2%嘅人需要深切治療。但係如果冇補充維他命 D 嘅咧，有1半嘅人都需要嘅。Okay, so now we know it's important to take supplement, vitamin D. Well, then what's the best way to take it? 咁我哋而家知道啦，維他命 D 我哋需要去補充啦。咁究竟最好嘅方法係咩咧 ？Well, the best way to take it is to take it with fat。咁最好嘅方法咧就係同埋脂肪一齊嘅。But of course you have to take it with quality fat, like omega-3 fatty acids。咁當然啦，最好嘅方法就係同脂肪一齊進食啦。咁最好嘅脂肪係咩？就係一啲高質素嘅脂肪，譬如omega-3脂肪酸啦。According to this根據呢一個研究啦，the absorption of vitamin D3 is up to 32% higher if you take it with fat。咁根據呢一個研究啦，若果你同埋脂肪一齊進食嘅話咧，嗰個吸收率咧係高咗35%嘅。Then where can you find D3 together with fat in the same formula? Well, if you're interested, you can talk to Peter or Marco later. 咁究竟你喺邊一度可以揾到同一個配方入邊又有好嘅脂肪，又有維他命 D3咧？咁你稍後時間咧可以揾 Peter 或者揾 Marco 啦，你可以了解多啲嘅。Then the next tool I would like to give you， 下一樣嘢啦，下一個工具咧，我想俾大家嘅咧 is omega-3 index， 就係呢個 omega-3 指數啦。What is it？ 佢究竟係咩咧 ？It refers to the level, the percentage of EPA and DHA in your red blood cells。咁佢其實咧就係指緊你紅血球入邊嘅 EPA 同埋 DHA 啦。So in this study 喺呢一個研究入邊啦 ，scientists divided 100 COVID-19 patients into 4 groups。 4 quartiles。咁呢一個研究入邊啦，科學家咧就將100個新冠肺炎嘅病人啦，分成咗4個，叫做4分位數啦。So the top quartile all have an omega-3 index equal to or higher to 5.7%。咁樣咧，最高嗰組咧就係最高嗰4分位數咧，佢哋所有人咧嘅奧米加3指數啦，都係高於或者等於5.7%。We know that if you've done your balance test， 如果你做咗你嘅平衡測試嘅話 ，you know the optimum level is 8%， 你知道最佳嘅水平咧係8%嘅。But then，if you can get it up to 5.7%， 如果你只要能夠將佢提升到5.7% 嘅話咧 ，you're 75% less likely to die from COVID。你已經可以將呢個咁嘅新冠肺炎嘅死亡率咧降低咗75%啦。It's a very significant figure。呢個係一個好重要嘅指數嚟嘅。And if we look at the number, only 1 of 25 people in this quartile die。咁咧，其實如果你睇翻呢一個4分位數，即係話有5.7% 嘅奧米加3指數嘅人咧，只係得25個人入面，只係得1個人死咗啫。But among quartile 1 to quartile 3, who had an omega index below 4 to 5.7， 但係咧喺呢個第1個4分位數去到第3個4分位數，呢75個人入邊咧，佢哋嘅奧米加3指數咧係低過4，或者只係去到5.7啫。Out of these 75 people， 喺呢75個人入面咧 ，13 of them died， 有13個人死咗嘅。呢個先我想知。So what's the significance of this？ 咁呢個有咩咁重要咧 ？Let's look at this study here。我哋一齊嚟睇下呢個研究。So now we know, okay, you need to get your omega-3 index higher, which means you need to take more EPA and DHA。咁而家我哋知道啦，我哋要提升我哋嘅奧米加3指數啦，因為佢係可以預測到究竟一個人萬一佢真係中咗招嘅話，佢嘅死亡率會係幾高。Okay, then how do you get your omega-3 index high？ 咁你有咩辦法可以提升你嘅 omega-3 index？ 呢個奧米加3指數咧？According to this study， 根據呢個研究啦 ，scientists were comparing different forms of EPAs and DHAs。科學家咧就比較唔同嘅 EPA 同埋 DHA 啦。So we have，if you look at the dotted lines here， 你望到呢個虛線啦 ，they represent an emulsified form of EPA and DHA。咁佢哋代表嘅咧就係一個乳化咗嘅 EPA 同埋 DHA。And the solid lines represent an ethyl ester EPA and DHA。咁呢個實線嘅咧就係代表另外一種嘅 EPA 同埋 DHA 咧就唔係乳化，就冇乳化嘅狀態。And we see that in just 4 weeks' time， 我哋見到啦4個星期嘅時間 ，you can increase your omega-3 index by up to 2 points。你4個星期你就可以將你嘅奧米加3嘅指數咧提升咗2點。You might think 2 is insignificant， 你可能會覺得2係一個唔重要嘅數字。But if you look at the figure here， 但如果你望下呢個數據 ，from Q1 it's only 4%。呢第一個4分位數只係4%啫。If you can，let's add 2 to this。如果我哋將2加落去呢度 ，it will become 6%，which will be higher than Q4。即係話，如果我哋將4%加2，即係話你4個星期咧，你就可以由 Q1 去到 Q4，which means，which means in 4 weeks' time, you can increase your omega-3 index from quartile 1 to quartile 4, meaning you will be 75% less likely to die from COVID。亦即係話4個星期你就可以將你呢個死亡率就降低咗75%。你由最低嘅4分位數4個星期加咗2點之後，就變咗最高嗰個4分位數啦。So that is the second tool I would like to give you. And if you would like to learn about your omega-3 index， 咁啱啱嗰個咧就我俾大家嘅第2個工具啦。如果你想知道你嘅奧米加3指數嘅話 ，there's a very easy, simple test that you can do that only takes 2 minutes。咁咧就一個好簡單、好直接嘅測試你可以做嘅，就需要2分鐘就做到噶啦。If you would like to learn more, you can talk to Peter later。咁如果你想知道了解更加多嘅話咧，你可以之後揾 Peter 傾啦。And the third tool I would like to give you， 第3個想俾大家一個工具咧 ，is something called，well it's a biomarker， 係一個生物標誌嚟嘅。 It's called D dimer. 佢個名咧叫做 D 異象物。What it does is, scientists have now concluded that it's a very accurate predictor of disease outcome of COVID patients。咁樣科學家而家咧就話佢係一個好準確可以預測到呢個新冠肺炎病人嘅病情最終結果。Meaning, okay, they have found a figure which is 1.5 unit of D dimer。佢哋揾到咧就係1.5個單位嘅呢個 D 異象物啦。So people who had more than 1.5 units of D dimer have very high level of inflammation in the body。嗰啲病人咧，如果佢哋體內嘅 D 異象物嘅水平係高過1.5嘅話咧，即係話佢哋體內嘅炎症水平係好高嘅 ，and they're much more likely to die。佢哋更加容易，即係佢嘅死亡風險更加高。Let's look at some figure here. So the death rate of people who had more than 1.5 was 43%。即係話咧，若果佢哋嘅 D 異象物嘅水平係高過1.5嘅話咧，其中有43% 人死咗。But if the D dimer level was lower than 1.5, it was only 8% of people who died。但如果佢哋將呢個 D 異象物嘅水平降低到低過1.5嘅話咧，其中只係得8% 嘅人死。That is a significant reduction in death rate。呢個係一個好重要，即係大將呢個死亡率降低咗。And not only that, if we look at the duration of stays in hospitals， 唔單止嗰個，如果你睇埋住院嘅日期啦。If you have a D dimer level lower than 1.5， 如果你嘅 D 異象物嘅水平係低過1.5嘅話咧，these people were only hospitalized for a mean period of 10 days. Plus, the standard deviation is 5.54, which means 2/3 of these people only spent about 15 days in hospitals。咁我哋見到啦，嗰個平均值咧係10日度左右啦，而呢個標準差咧係5.54，亦即係話呢一班人入邊咧，佢哋2/3嘅人咧都只係15日住喺醫院，咁其他咧就係出咗院啦，或者有啲不幸嘅就離世啦。But then if you look at those who had a D dimer level higher than 1.5， 但如果你睇下超過1.5嘅人啦。The mean is, 2/3 of them spent about 22 days in hospitals。但如果你睇下佢哋個 D 異象物嘅水平係高過1.5嘅話咧，佢哋2/3嘅人咧係花咗有22日嘅時間係喺醫院，而其中咧有43%嘅人咧係離世嘅，即係撐唔住嘅。Okay, so what is the significance of this D dimer, this biomarker？咁有咩咁重要啊 ？According to this study， 根據呢一個研究啦 ，scientists found a group of COVID-19 patients。科學家又揾嚟咗另外一班新冠肺炎嘅病人啦 ，and they gave them 1316 beta-glucan， 佢俾佢哋食呢個1316 beta 葡聚糖 ，and tested their level of D dimer， 同埋去測試佢哋嘅呢個 D 異象物嘅水平啦。And at the end of 30 days， they saw that their level greatly reduced。然後咧30日之後咧就發現佢哋呢一個D 異象物嘅水平大降低。We just learned that D dimer is a very accurate predictor of disease outcome。我哋啱啱已經知道咗呢個 D 異象物咧係可以好準確咁預測到一個人患病之後佢嘅呢個病情嘅結果啦。And there are 3 groups， 總有3組啦，有一個對照組 ，there's a control group。And then 2 beta-glucan groups， 有2組咧係有食葡聚糖嘅。This group took 120 mg， 呢一組咧就食咗120個 mg。And this group took 360 mg， 呢一組咧食咗360個 mg。And what I would like to draw attention to is this figure here。我想大家睇下呢個。This is 1.6, which is higher than 1.5, right? Which means if these people did not do anything, 42% of them could have died, according to the previous study. 咁我哋睇下啦，如果呢組嘅人咧，佢哋一開始咧，第0日咧係1.6嘅，即係超過頭先你見到嘅1.5啦。咁即係話，如果呢組人咩事都唔做嘅話咧，有可能當中43%嘅人死。But then at the end of this 30-day period， 30日之後 ，can you see this huge reduction? It was reduced by 90%。 from 1.6 to 0.16， 大家見到啦，30日之後啦，佢哋呢一個 D 二聚物嘅水平啦，由原本1.6降到0.16。And at the end, nobody from these three groups died. 咁最後咧就係呢三組嘅人冇任何一個人死嘅。And actually, even at day 15，其實只係去到第15日啦 ，their level of D dimer already reduced greatly。佢哋第15日嗰時咧，呢個 D 二聚物嘅水平已經大幅降低㗎。So what this means is the significance of this is 咁呢個嘅重要性咧就係 If you suspect that you might have caught COVID-19， 如果你懷疑自己啦患咗呢個新冠肺炎啦 or you've been somewhere really crowded with a lot of people, or you've been in contact with someone who is suspected to have contracted COVID-19， 又或者你去咗一個好多人嘅地方啦，又或者你懷疑接觸咗一個有呢個新冠肺炎嘅人啦 then you should immediately take it to reduce your risk of developing severe COVID or even death。咁若講係咁嘅情況咧，咁我就會建議大家即刻去補充呢個1316 beta 葡聚糖，將你呢個風險大大降低。This is like an emergency measure， 就好似係一個緊急一個急救嘅作用。So I actually recommend everyone carry some capsules of 1316 with them, so you can take it yourself and you can give it to your friends or family, your loved ones to protect them。咁所以咧，我會建議其實大家咧最好就係隨身帶住呢個咁嘅1316 beta 葡聚糖，即係如果你去多人嘅地方，你可以食啦補充啦，跟住有朋友咧、屋企人咧亦都可以俾佢哋啦。So this study, the subjects here took 360 mg。呢一組咧係食咗360 mg 嘅 ，so in one capsule you get 200。咁呢度每一粒咧有200個嘅 ，so you can take 2 to protect yourself。咁你可以食2個嘅。So these are the 3 tools that I would like to give you to protect yourself。咁以上咧就係呢3個我想俾大家嘅工具啦。First of all, the vitamin D, you need to know your vitamin D level so you can take the test。首先第一咧就係維他命 D 啦，你要知道自己維他命 D 嘅水平啦，咁所以最好就去做一個測試啦。The second one is omega-3 index, so you need to do your balance test to find out your omega-3 index。第二個就係 omega-3 指數啦，咁你可以做呢個平衡測試啦。And then take a form of D3 that is best absorbed, which is with oil。咁咧亦都可以，同埋咧就係補充維他命 D3 啦，同埋油一齊補充咧就最好吸收嘅。And then finally 1316 as an emergency measure。最後咧就係呢個1316啦，就係作為一個緊急嘅保險啦，隨身帶備啦。萬一你去咗，譬如你喺街度見到人咳，又或者有啲可能上呼吸道感染嘅話，你唔知道人有冇事㗎嘛，你都唔知道自己當時嘅狀況，咁你就最好就食2粒落去就保險。So for example, if you've been out and you met someone who was coughing or had clearly some signs of upper respiratory infection, then take 2 capsules, just as a precaution. So these are the tools that I would like to give you for this Christmas to protect yourself and your family and friends。咁以上咧就係呢3個我想送俾大家嘅聖誕禮物，等大家可以保護好自己，保護好家人。Thank you very much， 多謝大家。
多謝晒阿 Shane。但我想補充一個喎，因為咧我喺阿 Shane 嘅呢個 Shane protocol 度，我加多咗一樣嘢喎。
Yeah, actually, there's another thing here, Viva， 其實仲有呢個係番紅花 Viva 啦。Why I put it here? 點解我擺喺度咧 ？First of all, it's very important for you to feel happy, to have a good immunity。首先第一咧就係你心情開朗咧，對於你嘅免疫力好重要啦。Secondly, there are actually many preliminary studies on saffron。其實而家有好多初步嘅研究咧，就係關於呢個藏紅花嘅。And in these preliminary studies, scientists have found that it has great potential for preventing COVID-19 from attaching to our cells。所以咧就係而家有好多科學家咧就發現啦，初步嘅研究揾到原來呢個番紅花咧係可以阻止呢個新冠病毒咧去依附喺我哋嘅細胞度 ，and it can also prevent them from replicating in our body， 仲可以阻止佢哋複製添。 But then when clinical studies come out later, I'll share with you more updates. But then, so these are only preliminary data for the time being. 咁當遲啲啦，有臨床嘅實驗出咗之後啦，咁我會再同大家分享嘅。咁so this is my sharing for today. Thank you very much. 咁以上咧就係我分享嘅。多謝晒，咁如果大家